Jai Sri Chaitanya.
Try again. No, you're right, but say it properly.
Sri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhara Srivasadi Gaura Bhattavrinda Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare.
Four texts of chapter 2 and text 10. So, yeah, we'll discuss something from chapter 10. Chapter 2, text 37. Chapter 10, chapter 2, text 37. Krishna, want to read us with the Sanskrit?
Namani rupani cha mangalani te Kriyasu yasvakcharana radindayor Avishta chetana bhavaya kalpate.
So let's go ahead with the translation of this. Okay, what's going to do the translation?
Even while engaged in various activities, devotees whose minds are completely absorbed at your lotus feet and who constantly hear, chant, contemplate, and cause others to remember your transcendental names and forms are always on the transcendental platform, and thus they can understand the Supreme Personality of Godhead. Words that stood out, or you want me to like words that stand out to me, or?
Yeah, or just give a summary of or feedback or thoughts on this.
So to understand the Supreme Personality of Godhead, there are criteria that need to be met. If you're a person who's always hearing about Krishna, who's thinking about Krishna, who's thinking about his pastimes, his names, his form, all these different things, and you also give others a reason to remember, help others remember in Krishna, then you are on the track to be able to understand Krishna at a more fundamental level, on a personal level.
Now, very good. Now is the key word here, or key words here. One or two words.
Constantly.
Okay, good. We'll take that one.
Completely absorbed.
Completely absorbed. Good. What was yours?
Well, I think Avi just said the right one. I don't know, your reaction
Yeah.
engaged in very.
Yeah.
But I was going to say contemplate.
So raise your hand, bro. Various activities and constantly everything else, whatever you guys said, absorbed. These things have to become normal things in our life now. Like when we are talking to somebody, do we stop breathing? Like, does someone have to remind you, hey, stop, do you breathe? No. No, we have to continue to do this. So this is a part of our continuation of activities. I mean, our way we live or do things. Various activities. Sunil, Prabhu, Ramayan. Kar se karma karo vidinana. You know this next? You know? Man rakho jaha kripani dhana. Have you heard this one? No? Okay. So, which means whatever we are doing, kar se karma karo vidinana in Ramayana. It's not Ramayana. Whatever we do from my hands, man rakho jaha kripani dhana, who gives the giver of mercy, keep our mind there. Right? Then, man says sakala vasana bhagi. Sakala vasana means all the desires, everything in the mind will go away. Keval Ramacharan Lolai. Then our mind will be only on the lotus feet of the Lord. So whatever we do, that's why the word activity is very, very important here. Because we all are doing different activities. And we always have this question, even after 30, 40 years of being in Hare Krishna. Oh, I can't, Maharaj also said that the other day, I can't focus on chanting. My mind was here and there. Right? So what is happening? Our instructions that we've been given to us, we are not emphasizing on those carefully focus on that. That's why our mind is not becoming control. So our mind has to be brought to what? Some kind of concentration, focus, many words you can use, right? Has to be anesthesia. Oh my God, yeah. What is the Maharaj? Give the example as?
Anesthesia.
Yeah.
Giving, I think, broomsticks in the morning and then shoes at night.
That anesthesia mind has to be given. Yeah, some of you didn't listen, they will not hear classes up online, so make sure you hear that. Very, very informative. Right. So our mind is where? Is with us. Where the activities? Outside. So in our mind, we should always train ourselves properly, which we will discuss also later here, to become what? Humble, no, not humble. Concentrated on what? No? Very good. Something missing.
On the lotus feet.
Service of Krishna.
Krishna is there.
And Guru.
Concentration is there. Guru can take Guru and Krishna. Say Guru and Krishna. Concentration, Guru and Krishna. So concentration on Guru and Krishna, or concentration on something on Guru and Krishna.
Service.
Engaging in
Engagement service of Krishna.
Nice. Service. Right? We heard the other last week before. No, nothing last week, right here. What do? We don't hate Krishna. What do we hate?
Service.
Service to Krishna. What is chapter of Canto 4? We don't hate, no one hates Krishna, but we hate the services of Krishna. So we have to start absorbing our mind in the desire to seek services. Desire that will have a concentration to seek services for Krishna. Or Guru and Krishna. Like Guru also is same too. So this is a very, very important subject matter here. Canto 10 is what? About what usually? Pastimes of Krishna, right? But Shiva Prabhupada also is bringing him as. Otherwise, we will take Krishna as what? As a Bollywood actor. So, part of the stories that he came, he was a mythology or mythology, how do you pronounce the word? And then it's long, that's it here. So we don't go further from there. Okay, so let's go with this one. Who wants to go? What do you want to give a try?
Sure.
Basically read and you give your summary, small summary.
How Bhakti Yoga can be practiced is explained in this verse. Srila Rupa Goswami has said that anyone who has dedicated his life to the service of the Lord, Ihayasya Hare Dasya, by his activities, his mind and his words, Karma Manasa Gira, may stay in any condition of life, Nikhilas Api Avastasu, and yet is no longer actually conditioned but is liberated. Jivan Mukta Sai Ujate.
Okay, can you stop there?
Yeah.
And then
Even the,
just stop and give this summary from this part here.
my thoughts on this.
Yeah.
Okay.
So basically Sat says
So
how Bhakti Yoga's practice is explained in this verse, right? So now it's
Yeah. Yeah.
So what did Rupa Goswami say? What did Rupa Goswami say here?
So that anyone who has dedicated his life to the service of the Lord by his activities, his mind and his words may stay in that condition of life and is no longer conditioned but is liberated.
Perfect. Yeah. So what is the short form of activities, mind and words? BMW. Right? All of you drive BMW? Body, mind and words. So we should drive BMW. Sometimes we will drive the what is the activities called? What is mind? Yeah. Words. Body activities on the body, so mostly body. What is the B? The M W is missing here. So we have to make sure that we do that. So that's good. That was basically the starting point here. Rupa Goswami said, anyone who has dedicated their life to the service of the Lord. So how to dedicate the life, our life to the service of the Lord? Right? How can we do that? How can we dedicate our life to the service of the Lord? Simply by, go ahead.
Chanting?
Yes, by doing our sadhana. And if you
Not eating meat.
not eating meat, that means practicing compassion. Okay? Practicing compassion. All these activities that we feel is, all of this, so basically every activities that exists in the world is indirectly pleasing the Lord. But our consciousness is not diverted to that yet. In the beginning we think, I'm doing this for me and this I will do for the Lord. Right? And then we have to just now dovetail every activity that we do to the service of the Lord. So practicing compassion is also. So someone may not be chanting, but they think, yes, let me not commit violence, which Krishna doesn't like to hurt anybody. It's also a service to the Lord. What do you call it? A transcending activity. The next activity will be chanting and offering and a lot of things will come later. One starting point is there. Good. Nice. Moni, you want to read this one? Can you give a small summary?
Even though such a devotee is in the material body, he has nothing to do with this body, for he is transcendently situated. Narayan paraha sarve na uttashana vivati. Because a devotee is engaged in transcendental activities, he is not afraid of being materially embodied.
Give a small thought of what you understood from this.
I don't know what to say.
Oh, okay.
Sorry.
Right. What is? So anyone wants to help her? Sanjana, to help her?
Narayana Parasarvagna.
Oh no, that's fine. That's not a big deal. The English is already there.
Okay.
So then what do you understand from that? You behind you.
So even though a devotee is in this material world and was given this material body, by serving the Lord and doing sadhana and all that, he is situating himself in like a position that he's not considering himself as the body and therefore engaging in transcendental activities.
Right. So the key part, nothing to do with this body, is the body that we have, is for what?
Service of the Lord.
For the pleasure of the Lord, Guru and Krishna. Maharaj told no problem. For the pleasure of Guru and Krishna, our body is given to us. Right? Like now, I've been given this nice glass. What is the use of this glass? To be put it in a nice place so you can see, what's that name? Oakley and all these things, name, right, man? Not just used for the show of the brand name, right? It's supposed to be used in doing something. So this same way, our body is been given to be used in the service of the Lord, right? So this way, the last part here, and when we go to the Bhagavad Gita, after this, you'll really connect this nicely. He should not be afraid of materially embodied. Most of the time, we have problems with the body, How many of you are happy with the bodies? Especially during spring in Florida. Allergies, right? Some people don't, you got allergies, right? Yeah, some people get allergies, so then, oh my god, that month they don't really wait for it. So in any other time, we don't go through difficulties. So we should not be worried about ourselves to be materially embodied, because this body is material. But what kind of activities will be doing? Transcendental activities. So we don't have to be so much concerned. Right. So illustrate. Okay. Somewhere else can we go from here? Avinash, you want to try? You see me?
Yeah. Illustrating this liberated position, Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu prayed, Mama Janmani Janmanishvare Bhavatat Bhaktir Ayatuki Bhayi. All I want is your causeless devotional service in my life, birth after birth. Even if a devotee, by the supreme will of the Lord, takes birth in this material world, he continues his devotional service. So that's Mama Janmani Janmanishvare Bhavatat Bhaktir Ayatuki. That's one of the part of one of the Shishashtakam prayers, and is clearly explanatory. Even in this body, we should constantly be devoted towards serving Krishna, birth after birth. So someday we'll get the opportunity to go back to Krishna.
Right. So nicely. So all I want is causeless service, causeless devotional service, birth after birth. Right? So we don't worry about our also going back home back to our home. If we get a service, we want to continue doing the service. What did Rupa Goswami pray? Did you remember from Friday? What did Rupa Goswami pray from Friday's class? That I want to be born again as a
Oh, dog.
Dog in a devotee.
he was one is a worm. He says a worm. The other devotee was dog. Right? Haridas is a dog, right? And Bhakti is a worm in a devotee's home. So he's like get the mercy, consciousness. So that's our position. We want to always be association of. So devotional service happens where?
Association.
Right here and also devotees' homes where the devotees live. That's where the devotional service happens, right? So that's why we have to make sure that we are in some. Everyone doesn't live in temple; they live in the home. So if a home, if you come as a devotee there, and the devotee at home is not doing devotional activities, so this life is not good. There'll be and we have different entities in our surroundings, right? We have raccoons. Who knows? Maybe devotees or here. Peacocks are here too, yeah. What animals do you have? Someone be near your house. Any animals outside your area? Lizards? Lizards, yeah. I've always saved lizards' lives. They always come to today. There was one maybe here.
Are you saying that animals could be devotees of the Lord as well?
Of course. Of course. Of course, why not? Every living entity, that's the word used. Every living entity, not only human beings. Because we are, what do we are? What are we?
We are spiritual.
Atma.
Say it nicely.
We are
Full sentence.
We are spiritual.
Spiritual beings
Wait,
with
let me
human
prove.
experience.
Yeah, okay.
We're part and parcel.
Yeah, no, that's also good. But we have to mean it, to feel it. Otherwise, you will just say it and it's there in the books, part of the puzzle. You remember?
We are spiritual beings trying to experience the human body.
Right.
Spiritual beings having a human experience.
We are spiritual beings having a human experience. We are not human beings having a spiritual experience. Right, Parvati, do you agree? You are human, we are spiritual beings. Now when you say spiritual being, having a human experience, having a animal experience, having a tree experience, having an aquatic experience, everything is, or everyone is, what? Spiritual. Spiritual. Right? How did we come here? Last week, last Sunday. You were here last Sunday?
No.
Okay, let's see. Because you have to be on the topic, otherwise we'll be here too much. How did you come here? Krishna comes as a Brahmana. How did you come here? Free will is there, but from last week if you remember.
We chose to enjoy.
Yes, we chose to leave the association of the Lord. And then enjoy it. We chose to think that I'll enjoy it. What actually I'm doing here? Suffering. You're not enjoying it, suffering. Enjoyment is there. For how long?
Until we get
No, 1 second. Saturday, Sunday. 2 days. Some people only have 1 day. You also have to work right on Saturdays too. So only 1 day weekend and 5 6 days working. That's our enjoyment. So,
Slavery.
no. Yeah. We have, oh, okay. American dream, right? Nice. Okay, so, but we get the idea. Okay, so this is pretty good. Yeah, so by the will of the Lord, we get this birth because man proposes, God disposes, right? We didn't want to, we wanted to come here. We can't say that, oh, God wanted me to come here. No, the desire was ours. And Brahma also gave example that if a small kid wants something, what will they do?
Beg for it.
They don't beg for, they don't do this. I want this, I want it, Mama, I want this. Over the hand, over the leg. And when the parents say, okay, what to do? I'll give you. Right? Same thing we did. Krishna, I want to go. I'm telling you, I'll be happy there. Krishna, no, you're going to suffer there. There's so much problems here. In August, we're going to have a lot of rain like this we're having. In Florida, there's so much summer. In California, there's so much fire. And other places, earthquakes. And so those things will be there. But no, I'll be okay. Don't worry, I'll be okay. Just let me go. So Krishna says, okay, go. Now we are here. Okay? And we are especially here in this country, we don't know who our neighbors are sometimes. We don't talk to neighbors. At least India we talk and discuss, but here we don't care about this. So something happens, people die in their houses. The next, after 2 to 3 days, we know, oh, something happened when the police comes. Or some other ways it happens, right? So this is what we have to figure out also how to be careful. Are they going to point in this one?
Yeah. When King Bharata made a mistake and in his next life became a deer, his devotional service did not stop. Although some slight chastisement was given to him because of his negligence, Narada Muni said that even if one falls from the platform of devotional service, he is not lost, whereas non-devotees are lost entirely because they are not engaged in service.
Quickly, quick text.
240.
Nice. Very good. Good. Very good. Give a summary.
So in here, it's referring to the pastime with Maharaj Bharat, who, like, we know the story how he became a deer because he grew attached to it, and I really like how it's emphasized right here that with devotional service, like, even though you might not attain something, you still earn something. You never, even though he got chastised, it doesn't mean that any of his devotional service was lost. And he compares it to whenever you're not engaged in service, then all of your work is entirely lost.
See? So it means that we were doing lots of activities. The translation says activities. Where's activities? Lots of activities, but the activities was not what?
Permanent?
Towards Krishna.
Yeah, or in line with serving Supreme Lord, or Supreme Cause, Supreme Service. That's why. So do we do the same thing or no? What do we do in our lives sometimes? I would say, normal people, American dream, work hard, 2-3 jobs, and you feel happy, do 3 jobs. We think we can enjoy the money. No. But we know, retirement will come if you are alive. Sometimes it will come like that too. So all the different activities we are doing is not sanctioned by the Supreme Lord or not dovetailed to the Supreme Lord and doesn't become a devotee service. So he is lost, the devotees will become non-devotee and it's going opposite here, right? He is not lost, right? And the examples here, non-devotees are lost entirely because they are not engaged in service. So what does Krishna need from us? That's good. Krishna, I'm here.
Action?
Yes, I'm here for your service. So he wants us to do his service, to do service to him. That will make us what? Humble? Yeah, isn't it? Yeah, humble. That's the name. Humbleness will come. Humbleness will not come without service. It has to come. Very good. Thanks, thank you. So from here, Vaishnavi, you want to try?
Bhagavad Gita 9:14 therefore recommends that one always engage at least in chanting the Hare Krishna Mahamantra.
Okay.
Read it.
Sadatam kirtayanto What chapter, what text is this?
14.
Nice.
Always chanting my glories, kneeling with great determination, bowing down before me, the great souls perpetually worship me with devotion.
Right. So what are these things here? These are all activities. We bow down is an activity. Right? Sometimes we just come to the Lord and lose. So that's not an activity. We think this is okay. No, but the right method is given to us. Bowing down. It's like we come here, as many of you come, bow down to Prabhupada, bow down to the deities over here. So that's an activity. You have to bow down. Unless you have some problems in body, it's a different story. But if you can do it, bowing down, right? And then chanting is glorious. Okay, chanting is what? What is exercise here? When you chant, what is exercise? We use our mouth and tongue, and our fingers are moving. It's not like this. Nothing is happening. It has to be used, it has to be engaged. So, different activities are mentioned. But that's good. It's self-explanatory. Okay, you want to go ahead, Muslim?
Of course.
Pause. Okay.
One should not give up the process of devotional service, which is performed in 9 different ways. Shravanam, Kirtanam, Vishnu Smaranam, Padasevanam, etc. The most important process is hearing, Shravanam, from the Guru, Sadhu and Shastra, the spiritual master, the saintly acharyas and the Vedic literature.
Bas. Okay, what do you understand from this?
So,
Something in simple words.
9 processes of devotional service: Shravanam, Kirtanam, Vishnu, Smaranam, Padasevanam, Archanam, etc.
Yeah, you should be what?
I know 4 more.
Yeah,
I know.
Say it then.
Vandanam, Dasyam, Sakyam, Atmanevritam.
Very nice. Oh. Okay, then what we should do or what we should not do? Based on what you
We
read.
should, the most important one is hearing Shravanam from the Guru.
Okay, and what we should not do? Look at the first line.
Should not give up the
Right.
process.
So you know the 9. I know the 9. But I'm not doing any of them. Right?
Yes.
All of us know. Book knowledge, everyone. Nowadays we are smart. iPhones and all the phones we have. Very smart. But are you doing any one of them? No. Those are another 9 types of devotional activities. Right? Shravanam, to listen activity. It also needs focus to be doing that. Singing, speaking. Prabhupada says singing kirtan and speaking kirtan. Padasevanam, so offering services. Giving your life, becoming serving as a friend, all these things are there. The main one is what?
Shravanam.
Shravanam is the main one, listening. Right? Listening is the main one. From who?
Shastra.
Right. And that's called also? Guru Sadhu Shastra is also called what else? What term? Of what? Yeah, bolo. Triangle of truth. The triangle of truth is what? Guru, Sadhu, Shastra. Everyone should say the same thing. No one should say anything different. Guru says Krishna is God. Find it from the Shastra. Shastra says Krishna is God. In the sadhus, the group of devotees, don't say Krishna is God, then it's not God. Those 3 points should say the same thing. That's the triangle of truth. Then we can go on with this, right? Okay, thank you. So now this one, who else? Vishnu.
Sadhu Shastra Guru Vakya Chitteta Kariya Aitya. We should not hear the commentaries and explanations of non-devotees, for this is strictly forbidden by Srila Sanatan Goswami, who quotes from the Padma Puran. Avaishnav Girvam Bhutam Bhagavatam Shravanam Sarvosishtam Yadhapaya. We should strictly follow this injunction and never try to hear from the Mayavadis, impersonalists, voidists, politicians, or so-called scholars. Strictly avoiding such inauspicious association, we should simply hear from pure devotees. Srila Rupa Goswami therefore recommends Shri Guru Padashraya. One must seek shelter at the lotus feet of a pure devotee who can be one's Guru. Prabhu, so it's important to have the correct association, gain knowledge from pure devotees and not from impersonalists, Mayavadis, voidists, politicians and other such self-proclaimed scholars.
What else? One part.
We must seek shelter of the lotus feet of pure devotee, who can be one's Guru.
Yes. Seeking a guru is very important. Someone wrote from the prison, jail, wrote a letter to Krishna Prema and they say, I want a guru. I want a guru. So we can't give him a guru like this. Guru is this guru, right? But then we give them teachings, or we act as spiritual advisors. That's what we can tell them. We have spiritual advisors here, and from there we will see how you progress, how sincere you are developing each and every step that we entail you. And then, of course, the guru will come eventually. Right now, Prabhupada is the guru from his books, we can study, but we act as spiritual advisors, spiritual guides here to guide you to that path. So we are, all of us, are not only of you, everybody of you who are studying seriously, sincerely, the Lotus Feet of Prabhupada, we must go and do this type of services. There's also activity now. Dealing with someone who's in a prison. Now, I was asking Maharaj, Aldar Maharaj, you came here, why people take to Krishna consciousness? He said, those people take to Krishna consciousness who are very, very unhappy. Those who are happy, they will think, okay, I'll figure out some other things are going for me, very nicely for me, no worries. Right? So, and I'm also surprised, we get a lot of letters from the prisons, from everywhere. This is from Texas? Or
From here?
from Florida, okay. We also get from Texas, from Florida too. So that means that, of course, once you're in prison, you know, you can't do much. You only have a small area to walk around, right? So they are really, really suffering and tired and difficult situation. They need, what they need, really?
Shastra.
Outside of
Get out. That's what they need, to get out of this place. Now they know the body cannot get out because of whatever I've done, my body is stuck. But I can take my mind out through the readings of Shastra books and beautiful matters. That's what we do this. So we have to become very, very smart how to present them. Okay. So, President Kumar, you can go. Sorry, what are you doing there? Sitting in the bed, I can see you.
Chaitanya Mahaprabhu advises that a guru is one who strictly follows the instructions of Bhagavad Gita. Yare dheka tare kaha Krishna upadesa. Chaitanya Charitamrita Madhya 7:128. A juggler, a magician, or one who speaks nonsense as an academic career is not a guru. Rather, a guru is one who presents Bhagavad Gita, Krishna's instructions as it is. Sravana is very important. One must hear from the Vaishnava, Sadhu, Guru and Shastra. So, Srila Prabhupada is saying we should listen to him because he wrote Bhagavad Gita as it is. And he's also telling us we should not listen to politicians, word jugglers, and he's saying the triangle of truth that we just discussed, we have to hear and from the Vaishnava gurus like Srila Prabhupada because they give us the triangle of truth, Sadhu, Guru and Shastra.
Yeah, and this is, so when we all go out and meet people, tell them about Krishna consciousness, we tell them the basis or the basics, which is the Sadhu Shastra. This is the science. People want to hear what's the need, why we should do this. The science has to be there. Okay, come to temple, worship Krishna. No, I'm going to worship somebody else. I'm okay, I'm fine. But these three basic things triggers in their mind. Yes, okay, that means something. Okay, someone should say, or these points should say that yes, this is the way to go. This is the way out, whatever it is. Right? That's so what do you call it? In job places, workplaces we use different types of validation. QA, quality assurance. IT people here, QA quality, right? Someone says yes, this will do the job, but then quality assurance will check really the report will come out or whatever it calls, right? It will happen or not happen. So this is a quality assurance QA for us. Sadhu, Guru, Shastra. Like Prabhuji Mataji gave a nice class about Dr. Shimadev, right? And everything about we heard from them was spiritually inclination. But we know people in India, South India, they are only going for Shimadev for material benefits. The God is there, luckily is there. Thank God is in South India, wherever I'm living too. But going there for material benefits. We don't want them, we're not living there. But we are asking for spiritual uplift, spiritual guidance, right? We have to also become. So this is now when you go outside, if you tell them Sadhu Guru Shastra like this, sometimes cannot be so easily accepted, right? So we have to change that a little bit sometimes. So, as I say, change the method, not the message, right? So one time Jayapataka Maharaj, you know the story now, he went to a doctor, he said, Doctor, what kind of patients come to you usually? He said, most of the patients, Maharaj, that comes here are predominantly not devotees. They are like not devotees who come here, right? Devotees always have a belief that Krishna will bring you better, or whatever. But most of them who come are not devotees. So Maharaj said, yes, that's a good opportunity for us to do some preaching. So what you teach them now, you teach them coordination exercises. So doctor has to do some coordination exercise, right? So you teach them, when they come, after you give them medication or the guide, tell them to do one exercise. You take up your hand like this, touch your knee and touch your heart. Heart is like Maya, right? My body, myself, right? So what is this? Say it out loudly. No, my heart. My, right? My. Say it loudly. Knee, my. There's exercise. On the left hand now, knee, my. So what is it doing? My. And that was also in the Western world, which was USA or Europe country. And they said, but also people who come here are usually dressed up in good clothes, like suit and tie. India, the simple clothing, but here they come wearing suit and tie. So, but they can do the same exercise. Knee, 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 tie. That's Maharaj's example, like this. So we have to sometimes do this kind of thing also, right? Just say these words and they don't know what they are saying. They don't care what they are saying. But the doctor says, nowadays we believe doctor so much more than the guru also, right? Doctor told me take this, I'll take this medicine. No matter what happens. Prabhupada's doctor said, take this, what soup? Chicken soup. Prabhupada's father said, no, I don't take this soup. Only can take the tulsi water. So mother was believing, no, my son will die. We are attached to the kids. Chicken soup de do. It's okay, he'll be better. But he won't drink later on, right? He will not drink later on. Right now, give him this for him to get better. Prabhupada's father said, no, he should die, but not take chicken soup. And only took tulsi leaf and Prabhupada showed the magic. Right? What was Prabhupada's prediction? Or by the astrologer? What will he do things? Right, that's good.
Richest man in the world.
Or
very famous
spiritual person. And he became both actually. He became the richest person. With $7 or how many? 40 rupees? 40 rupees, how many dollars? $1. Right? He's the richest man. Amazing, yeah? So this is good. Nimai, doctors and doctors here. Becoming doctor, free man.
Prabhu.
Oh. Vishnu, use the doctor mentality at least wherever you go. At least listen to me this doctor. Doctor of philosophy.
Talking about QA,
yeah.
It's the Sadhu, Shastra and Guru, can you say verification and validation as well? Like whatever you're hearing, how do you verify, how do you validate?
Yeah, that's true, yeah. Prabhupada also said something to us, all of us. Do not take anything blindly. Always question. You have to, this is what he told us, to question. And the whole Shastra system is what? Based on question and answers or no?
Yeah.
Who asked the question?
Arjuna.
And
Pariksha.
And answered by? And
Sukadeva
Goswami. This is what is there. So, okay, let's look at it. Motion, go ahead. There's a microphone there. Someone can have another.
The word kriyasu, meaning by manual labor or by work, is important in this verse. One should engage in practical service to the Lord. In our Krishna consciousness movement, all our activities are concentrated upon distributing Krishna literature. This is very important. So, It's just talking about how Krishna consciousness should be applied. There should be some action behind it. It shouldn't just be thinking, Srila Prabhupada was mentioning distributing books, which is very important to reach the message to the common people.
Right. And I like the word use, apply. Which means we know the knowledge, but if we don't apply it, then what's the use, right? If we bring all the different ingredients at home, then what's the application before it goes in your tummy? So cooking. You cannot just look at the nice okra and turmeric and everything is there. Wow. By magic, it will all mix together nicely. And then by magic, come to my plate. And magic will go and say, no, we have to apply your knowledge and start cooking. So, okay, now we are going to go here, from here, one way. Now here.
This is very important. One may approach any person and induce him to read Krishna literature, so that in the future he also may become a devotee. Such activities are recommended in this verse. Kriyasu yas tvach charanana vindayo. Such activities will always remind you of devotees of the Lord's feet. So you can approach literally anybody on the street and ask him to read Krishna literature, so that he can also come to ISKCON Orlando and do service here. And that's exactly what the verse is telling us to do.
Nice. Yeah. So make sure you go to school, after school do this. Get a couple of books. Yeah, you should have some books. All of you should have some small books. Sometimes, it's okay to give, you think they're seriously going to take it. Otherwise, take donation too. It's nice because this way it is an exchange, a reciprocation. That way the services are going to be going to the spiritual predecessors like this. So, yeah. But that's good. Exactly the direct meaning here. Take the Krishna literature. So whatever you read, you like it, right? And you give to somebody else. So this is very nice. So yeah, Prabhu, get some books. Marsha is ready to give you books. Everybody books. And figure out somehow to give the books to the people. And in America, everyone has money. You don't have to do free. And we waste our money for nonsense anyways, right? And by the way, on Friday, Marsha, Navya, after the Prasadam praise, you sang the Mahamantra in a different tune, different melody. It was very nice. And that's called application. And I know, most of you know, I love the word application. We can learn a lot of things. You might learn on the classes, all these things, but when you apply, this application means what? Some confidence, right? What if I make a mistake is what stops us. And you tried it. And if you make a mistake, you don't care. But you did, maybe you practice it. So it was very nice. So like a little faster type, fast Hare Krishna. You remember that? Can you sing it? No, Mike.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Otherwise, Hare Krishna, Krishna, everything is the same. Krishna, Hare Krishna, Hare Hare. Like it, nice. So yeah, you learn it and you apply it. Very good. Somehow you're going to read the word from such activities. Last.
Such activities will always remind the devotees of the Lord's lotus feet. By fully concentrating on distributing books for Krishna, one is fully absorbed in Krishna. This is samadhi. So, if we always engage in devotional service, then we're always going to remember Krishna, and when we distribute books for Krishna, then okay, so like during devotional service, devotees will always remember about Krishna, and if we fully focus on doing things for Krishna, like distributing books, then we're going to be fully absorbed in thinking about him.
Yeah. What do you mean, understand the word samadhi? Have you heard this one before? No. Samadhi, anyone? Navya, did you hear this word before? Samadhi, what do you understand about this word? Totally, completely fixed in one thought. Nothing else coming to your mind that time. Just like, mostly I would say, when you guys are doing school, that time only focus on studies. No game, nothing that time, right? If someone does it, then it's broken and you're marks are going up and down in the screen. Something like this, you totally focus and fixed on doing that. Like especially when you guys sing Kirtan, I see you're totally fixed on seeing the harmonium keys, at least you're not pressing any other keys, your mind is here, and trying to please the Lord at the same time. So Samadhi basically means Samadhi, to be focused, and the word is fully concentrating. And now on distributing books and different activities. Shilpa, right? Shilpa, you want to say something about the last section here? What you understood? Give the microphone to him.
So maybe part of devotion is to distribute his knowledge, his books. That's a big part of it, maybe?
Yes, that's it, yeah. This is it. And where do you get the books?
From the Hare Krishna temple.
Okay, that's good. No, that's good answer. That's good answer. But how do you get the books?
How would you acquire the books?
No, that's the question. How did the Hare Krishna temple get the books?
From Srila Prabhupada.
That's right. So he made an effort to write these books for us. All we have to do is take the book from one point and give it to somebody else. And when they become devotees, they understand, then they'll continue the cycle like this. So everything has been done for us. Book distribution is one of the key points. We're coming towards what month is coming up? Bhadra Purnima, September 18th. We will be distributing books. And Saman, if you want to learn how to distribute books, who do you go to? Yes, at least you know that much. Your dad is there. To tell you how to do. And the weather's not been great these days, huh? But one person donated for 3 Bhagavatam sets. 751. Yeah. Jai. Thank you. People are out there. Okay, now I will be calling out 4 people. You can stay there. I'm going to come here to you. Now, the 4 texts that you can see on the screen. So this text that I chose for today's topic, the main word comes at the end here, fully concentrating ourselves. Fully concentrating on ourselves is a key word, and now by reading everything, we know fully concentrating on promoting Krishna through literature, through different services, through being our mind and actions and body serving the Lord, Supreme Lord. What is causing us not to do such things is what we have to figure out. That is the problem, right? No? This is very easy to understand. Yeah, always check my glories, pay a business before me, offer me food. We all can give classes on this easily. But what are the things that's stopping us not to do such things? That's what we need to kick ourselves. And the place to find this is Bhagavad Gita as it is. So maybe before I go there, fully concentrating. Fully concentrating also means what? In terms of milk. Huh? Someone said it. Yes. Prabhupada said this. What does Prabhupada say? Boil the milk. He said, you must have heard this, right? Boil the milk. Boil the milk means what? Or boiling the milk means what?
Making sure it doesn't fall out of there. Listen.
Maybe somebody can do this. Krishna. Letter 2, Hamsadutta.
72 correspondence. Better to boil the milk now very vigorously and make it thick and sweet.
So is it talking about the milk? To make a sweet milk or sweet or paneer? What's it talking about? Mind. Yeah, go ahead. He's not talking about this making the milk sweet here. We'll hear from him.
That is the best process. So, let us concentrate on training our devotees very thoroughly in the knowledge of Krishna consciousness from our books, from tapes, by discussing always, and in so many ways instruct them in the right propositions.
So, yeah, also the last part is there too. So, boiling the milk means what? Focusing our concentration on doing what? Huh? Devotees what? Training the devotees. That is boiling the milk. Now, I could begin class here, I can hide call somewhere else, go to class, everybody in class, right? What is missing point here? the milk is getting water here. No one's getting trained properly. So training the devotees properly, that is called boiling the milk. That's the whole. So we may not go out, like we didn't go out for Vietnam for 2 years almost, right? Now when they're starting, once we go out, we're distributing books, we kirtan, we're learning also same time, even instruments coming up there. This is what's now going to happen eventually. Everyone is going to learn the different techniques of how to become strong in presenting Krishna in different ways. And of course, where do we get this from? Books, tapes, and different ways are there to find means to get this knowledge. So boiling the milk means what? Again?
Training the devotee.
Right. Which devotee are you training, Mataji? Tell their names. You training Radhika Rupa? No, right? Okay. Is he training you? Yeah. Good. That's good. Yeah. And the training will be also as our next step, right? A graduation day. It means you train now. You could do things. So you're training in cooking, whatever it is, right? So something. So now find the training of a particular area. Like chanting, you don't train for chanting. She knows chanting. Something that she doesn't know or they don't know. Cooking, for example, or cleaning their rooms. Something. So whatever. So this is what we have to do. Train ourselves. Mataji, what are you training Kustubhi?
Here, Kaustubh is training.
Oh, Kustubhi is training you. Wow. Okay. I know.
Reminds me Bhagavatam class. Let's go to Sunday.
Sunday. Mama,
He's
okay,
reminding
okay.
me every day.
Okay, Kustubh sir, good job. Good trainer. Yes, nice. Who else is training somebody else? Anybody you're training now there? Sanaya? Somewhere, right? Sanaya, anybody training you in doing something? Or you have a complaint against them? They take the microphone and complain. No one is training me. Okay, who put the tilak on you? Who put the tilak on you? First answer me, yeah? Okay, so mom is not training you, that means. That's the point. See, mom is not training you to put tilak on. So mom has to train you to put tilak on, right? So tell mom next time, train me. So what you guys can do, you can do on a hand, a paper somewhere with water something, and then you know how the finger goes, which finger to use, right? This finger to use. Sometimes you do it. Right. So good. So this is how we want to train ourselves. Now this means training all the devotees. Sometimes we are in a place where there is no one to train us. So what we do? We train ourselves. Now how do we train ourselves? By these methods. Books, tapes, and discussing all these different methods. Follow me? Oscar, you following us through? Right? So this is the way to train. Sometimes we are out traveling, like you are traveling, difficulties are there sometimes, like prashadam. Sometimes you don't get prashadam accessibility easily. So what do we do? What must we do? Know something? Huh?
We offer it ourselves.
Yeah, and know something simple to make at least. Like at least everyone should be able to make rice. If you really have to eat grains. At least rice is something very easy to make. Chapatis takes a lot of time and you need a couple of utensils for this. But rice can be done easily. So something, and then offering. So somehow we have to train, and everything is in the book. Like you buy the high taste book. Book is there. All the recipe is given there. Step by step. Not only rice, special sweets, everything else is there. So it's very easy to do that. So our work to fully concentrate from this text is to what? Train ourselves in book distribution and everything else. Vishnu was supposed to get trained on book distribution. Okay, going. So we'll send the books to you. So make sure you still train him. You can distribute books for us somewhere else. Okay. So now I have got these 4 texts here from Bhagavad Gita, and hopefully all of you have your books. So you can bring this training here. So basically, what we will be discussing the correlation of these 4 texts. 239, then 232. This 232. Jai Shri Shri Nitai Gaura Ki 240 and then 241. We'll discuss how these are related to each other. Okay. Vishnu, I'm sorry, Sunil Prabhu, you have something for this? 232. 239. 239. Give him a microphone. And this is something we have been doing on our weekly calls. So now we will see, study what was the key issue, key point there. What were your questions? And the questions sometimes help us to get answers to. 239. Yeah, at least you have a book, don't worry. So book is there, you will definitely take a couple minutes to get back to the point. Then I'll say 3 more names, so hopefully all of you have your books. Who's your book? Huh? Okay, then go, get it. Yeah, you want to be called? No. Oh, me.
Give me the one so I can.
No, get the book. It has to be there first. No, not like this. No. Whatever we discuss, that one has to be repeated, not on your own now. Because that's what we have kind of sealed it. Now it is something different. And that's only in a book too. It will be saying it won't go in a book. So you need to bring it. Go. Yeah, keep your books with you all the time. Are we ready?
Yes, Prabhu.
Yeah.
So we'll start with the questions, right?
Yeah.
I'll read the translation.
Yeah.
Thus far I have described this knowledge to you through analytical study. Now listen as I explain it in terms of working without fruitful results. O son of Pritha, when you act in such knowledge, you can free yourself from the bondage of works. So the questions based on this translation provided by Srila Prabhupada came to me is, what is the analytical study for knowledge? And how can one work without fruitful results? And third question is, how can one be free from the bondage of works? Question 4, what is the knowledge Krishna is instructing Arjuna to act upon?
Right. If anyone wants to write the questions down, you all have your questions. But if you think it's good ones, you can note it down too. Okay, so now give the answer. Usually we take 5 minutes to discuss this the same way.
Yeah.
We'll keep the screen on this. So now we give the answers from the readings from the photo, right? Right. Go ahead.
So,
question 1.
So analytical study which Krishna is talking or instructing to Arjuna is about Sankhya Yoga. It's Sankhya Yoga is the one which Lord Kapil explained to his mother, and the same philosophy here Krishna is talking to Arjuna that you should apply that. And it describes the real nature of the soul. Sankhya Yoga and Bhakti Yoga are one and the same. So it's more like how we should be doing devotional service according to the philosophy provided by Lord Kapil.
And what are the 2 things it covers? Sankhya philosophy?
Action and reward.
Yes, good. Also the body and soul.
Oh, okay.
Right?
Okay.
Good. Next question. Simple, not too much.
How can one work without fruitful results?
Right. That's a good one, right? How can one walk without fruitful results? Krishna is saying, walk without fruitful results. How can you do it? These are the impediments, right, in our lives. To do those activities in what we discussed chapter 10 now, easily, happily, these things are blockages.
Yes, so this is like a big one. Obviously, by engaging in like we should be in devotee association, and then we should try to learn from the pure devotee of Lord and follow the instructions of Sadhu Shastra and Guru, like we discussed in the previous text. So if we follow that and try to absorb the knowledge provided by Srila Prabhupada in his books, and then that will give us help us to at least understand how we should be working in this material world, and then
Okay.
like, acting
So
yeah.
basically, whatever results we get, we share with Krishna.
Share with Krishna.
Right? So we good. So we free from bondage.
Yeah.
And 10th question?
yes, how can one be free from the bondage of works? So it relates to the previous question only, but and
Okay. Then fourth question then.
yeah, okay. What is the knowledge Krishna is instructing Arjuna to act upon?
Yes.
Yeah.
What is the knowledge?
So it's about Bhakti Yoga. Krishna is instructing to Arjuna that if you, like when you are doing your activities in this material world, then you should like, I mean, it's when Bhakti Yoga is like just serve Krishna with or without love. That is what we understand.
Yes.
Even if you like don't have any say devotion, like so we are coming here for the first time and we try to understand from others and we get into association of pure devotee. We should at least try to inquire from it, like inquire from the pure devotee what exactly is this process and what we are trying to do in the temple. Maybe one simple question, what is happening here in this temple? So that can also help us to start our devotional or bhakti devotional life, I would say. So I think for me also it was the same way how I interacted with a few devotees, and then I discussed with Dvaipayana Prabhu, and then that helped me to at least get to some understanding of Krishna consciousness.
Okay, and also we discussed last week about what kind of activities we should do as devotees. No, W. Welfare. This was not there. The last one or your answer?
Sorry, I was not there.
Oh, yeah, you weren't there. Okay. Yeah, but like last week's also listen on the online.
Okay.
So welfare. Now, same way, how can we become, or how can you get the knowledge about Krishna conscious activities? Like you ask somebody else, right? So what do the devotees ask you in return after some time? How's your sadhana going? How's your offering going at home? How's your reading going at home? How's the seva going at temple? How are you managing to come on Sundays or other days? This is called the welfare activities, right, Mataji Rama? Like welfare means to see how we can help them in that case. And the same thing we expect them to ask us and we ask them too. So both of us can help each other. Right? So that's good. So thus far in this one, in this text, 239, Krishna is saying what? No more what? No more discussion of action and reward. I was always giving action, and now after this, we're going to go to one example. So up to here, no more action and reward. Stop it. Just act in such a way and listen to me and follow the Guru and follow the Shastra and Sadhana Gurus. So it's very free from bondage, right? So all the different activities that we're doing, and we also read the same thing here in chapter 10. The first keywords, various activities. So now we can link this back to Arjun himself. What is the activity Arjun is engaged in?
Killing.
Huh?
Killing.
Any other better word?
Or defending.
Protection.
Protection. Nice. By killing. Prabhupada says sometimes it's necessary. That's why sometimes people say Bhagavad Gita teaches non-violence, right? No. Violence is required where it is required, not everywhere. So we are with this text and now understanding this text, how to apply in our lives, because Arjuna represents us, so we are represented by Arjuna in this way. So no more action reward. Now who do we give action reward? Kids. Example? No, any kids. What do we give example as? If you behave, I'll give you ice cream. Yes or no? Or something like this, right? If you do your homework, I'll give you a Tesla.
Now things have changed probably. Kids ask to play video games.
Okay, give them, yeah, they listen to you. Yeah. But that's only Krishna video games, okay?
Yes.
Yeah. Mahabharata video games or something like that. That'll be nice. Okay, action reward. Krishna is saying no more action reward. Why Arjun? Because you are no longer a kid. Arjun is acting like a kid. He is a protector. He's not a fighter, he's not a kid, he's a protector. But what is he doing now? Saying no to protection. I'm not going to protect anybody. But he's not saying that. He's saying, I don't want to kill anybody. He's not supposed to do that. He's supposed to protect. But he said, I'm going to kill. No? Particularly. Everything changed. Now the example of action reward. Now, this one. Neeraj, you have books?
Oh, I didn't find my notebook.
Okay, then forget it. Krishna Brahma, this one. 232. What is your questions and your discussion from this one?
Translation. Bopar. Happy are the Kshatriyas to whom such fighting opportunities come unsought, opening for them the doors of the heavenly planets. So my two questions for 232. Oh, sorry, I'm on my wrong page. My two questions are, why are the fighting duties unsought for Kshatriyas? And my second is, why would Krishna tell Arjuna about the heavenly planets if he is the ultimate goal?
If Krishna is the ultimate goal, why is Krishna himself telling you should go to heaven? Heaven will be ready for you. The doors. No, good.
So, in this instance, we sort of already touched on it. Krishna is playing the role of a father, arguing with the child. Arjuna is on the mindset of a child, so he is going to sweeten the pot. Instead of list like the actual benefits, he's listing the side benefits. Like if you do this, if you fight, whether you fall on the battlefield or if you come out victorious, you will either enjoy the heavenly planets, or vice versa. If you win the battle, you and your brothers will attain the kingdom of the earth and enjoy in both cases. So it's either case he's saying it's a win-win scenario regardless of the outcome of the battle. So therefore you should fight regardless.
Everyone was following him. It's very clear to me. Make sure. Understand? Otherwise you can go back to and ask him.
So the reason why he's now explaining specifically this is he is trying to get him motivated first. He's being like the psychiatrist, trying to get him into a positive mindset. So then later on when he starts to explain the rest of the Bhagavad Gita, he can, like we talked about previously, move away from the Sankhya philosophy, describing the body, the soul, and their interaction with another, so then he can start to talk about higher concepts beyond both. But first he has to prime Arjuna. You can't study calculus unless you know algebra and all the other basic mathematics. So he's getting in his ABCs before he can go into something more complex.
Right? Great. Nice. Arjuna needs to be primed. Does he need to be primed? Mataji, does anyone need to tell you, Mataji, if you cook for your kids, I'll give you some money, something. Natural, right? Naturally you want to do. Or anything, whatever the kids need or whoever needs whatever. In the temple needs whatever. Your day of service, you know. Yesterday Prabhu came early and you came later on. You don't think, okay, why 2 cars are going? Why have to waste gas on 1 car and say, no, service is there, I'm coming. So this is right. Arjuna needs to be primed. Who's Arjuna?
Friend of
Kshatriya.
A Kshatriya. By nature. And who did he fight with? Lord Shiva. Why didn't he say, I'm going to fight with Lord Shiva? At that time. Analytical mind now. Analytical. Think.
He was in disguise.
He was in disguise and he thought, he was a hunter, and he thought he's going to come and destroy or do something wrong here. Oh, that time he didn't think I'm a Kshatriya, I'm a killer. I'm a protector. I'm going to protect him. Of course, fighting for a long time. Nothing happened, so Lord Shiva came out and said, I'm very pleased with you. That I'm doing this for as a service. Bhagavad Gita also saying the same thing here. We're telling Maharaj to doing all this. So I'm only doing this as a service. Nothing else is happening. The only service that I'm doing, my role is to do some service. So we have to find the service or align ourselves with the service. Without service, what's happening? We are what kind of body we are? Yeah, right, right. Without service, we are a dead body. So, only thing that's the real soul in us. The service is the real soul. That makes us alive. Because we only exist for service, nothing else. And somehow, for example, someone doesn't give you service. Temple authorities doesn't give you service. What do? Oh my God, I'm free today. No, call them, Prabhu, service. The other guy messages me, okay, I need the number for this guy to do the UCF thing, all this thing to code again. So we have to ask for the service in the sense that you are making some progress for the mission of Prabhupada, not just like something that I was supposed to dedicate. No. See something off here on altar, you're going to say, someone else, can I fix it, or can I have someone else who can go, can fix it, can do this thing, like this. We have to ask for service. Right? You cannot. Maharaj also was saying that, who are we? Devotees. Right? But devotees only on Sundays. Others we come as guests. We don't come out at all other days. The devotees means they are what? Connected to the mission of Srila Prabhupada, especially here in Orlando. So we need a lot of different things done. The management may not think, but you may think. You may have the ideas. Oh, how about we do this? How can we get a nice big stove so we can cook nicely and be fast? Yes, great, do it, because you have the area of expertise. You can go ahead and do those such things. So Arjuna is acting like a small child. So Krishna is giving him a dose of motivation, inspiration that if you fight, if you win, you go to heaven. How many of us want to go to heaven? No. Heaven and hell is same for us. Right? Where was Bali Maharaj lived? Was living or is living? What is that thing called in terms of heaven and hell? And all the hellish planets. And what is happening with him? Like, tell me, I don't just give an answer. Who's coming to visit him? Krishna is coming to visit Vaman.
He is protecting the door of that loka.
Yeah. Krishna, Vaman comes and visits him over there. Personally. Also we heard about Jagannath. Ramchandra got kidnapped by the Muslims. And he said, if you get married to my daughter, otherwise I'll burn the deity of Jagannath. Maharaj also gave that lecture on Friday. And then that happened. To save Jagannath, he said, yes, I will do this. Even though there was no lusty desire in him. And now he cannot go because he is a Muslim. Cannot go. Then what happened? Jagannath comes, meets him and goes, his flowers, everything was Maharaj is giving. So make sure you listen to Friday's class.
I have a question here. Generally, when you marry a girl, then you don't become a Muslim. It's only the husband's thing you take up, right? The surname and. So why?
But you got like.
It was a forced marriage.
He was forced to.
Yeah, but still you become, contaminate whatever you call. I don't know.
But because
he was forced to read Kalma, Quran. He was forced to read.
In the Hindu culture, also.
No. He was made into a Muslim.
I wanted to ask this to Maharaj also this question. That
so he got converted.
Not just by marrying him. After marrying, start reading. You become Muslim now.
Yeah.
He was forced. Usually should be the opposite. But he was on the gunpoint, whatever.
Yeah, like I know, like when I got married to my husband in the Sikh community, his Nani ji, his mom's mom, told me she wanted to change my name to Ranjit Kaur. So I said, well, I'm from Hindu, my husband is Sikh. So I said, I said, you ask my husband. He says, no, I don't want. She maintained her. So normally what happens, the girl has to change her name, girl has to adopt the husband. That's what the Indian culture is all about. And the name, she's like.
But what was the point here?
Yeah.
The point was.
Yeah, I was like thinking, how he cannot become Muslim because.
It was not if your grandmother, what do you call the mother-in-law, who said?
Grandmother, like
Who
Nani.
wanted to change your name, came
Yeah.
with the gunpoint. Change your name. What are you going to do?
No.
Or I will kill your mother.
Oh, okay.
That was the point here. I will
Later
kill your
I came to
mother.
know she was joking.
Yeah, joking, no, that's fine. This was the life and death.
Yeah.
So now he had the choice. I won't become Muslim. What was the result?
No, cannot
Jagannath will be burnt. I won't become Muslim, fine.
Yeah.
Jagannath will be burnt.
And he was a devotee. So.
This is called devotion. Devotion.
For the Lord's
saying is very
yeah.
easy, but this is devotion. He sacrificed. He was a king, not a small people like us. King. And king even got barred by the Pandavas who were like small people there. No, they Muslim can't come out. After some time, then Jagannath comes and they got a dream and it's fine. Now, same thing here. Arjuna is not taking up the position of his real position of Kshatriya. He's just trying to play around, play games here. He should be knowing this. Yes, I'm supposed to do what? Listen to my guru, Krishna. Right? Like Vajradev, he told me this example from my mother. That when you do something good, don't expect to be appreciated for that. Right? That is yours supposed to be doing. If you're supposed to lock the door after going, oh, thank you so much for locking the door. Like, there's no real need for that. That's why you explained to me. So Arjun is a Kshatriya. He doesn't need to be explained to fight now or protect now. You should know this already. As like Mataji said, I'm not supposed to be told by someone else to feed my kids. That's my natural thing. I'll do it. 2:39. What was happening? 2:39. Krishna says no more feeding like a baby. No action reward. And the example of action reward is in 2:32. Few texts back. Right? Everyone's studying the Gita nicely now. We have to study Gita like this. Otherwise, we might think I know Gita because I'm a Hindu or something. But no, this is totally scientific book. You have to really go to school for these things. You will not get it. Now comes the next text, two more texts. 2:40. Now what does 2:40 talk about? Quickly, anyone?
The little, yeah, no loss.
Okay, Marsha. 2:40.
I do my notes on my laptop.
Okay, okay, who has 2:40? 2:40, no, go ahead.
You want me to read?
Yeah, translation and then the questions.
In this endeavor, there is no loss of ammunition, and a little advancement on this path can protect one from the most dangerous type of fear. So my two questions was, how can there be no loss? And then my other one was, what is the most dangerous type of fear? And in the purport, Prabhupada mentions material activities and the results end with the body. A work in Krishna consciousness carries a person again to Krishna consciousness. So I don't know if this purport or another one that it mentions Ajamil and how he used to practice devotional service and then he fell off, and then towards the end of his life he was calling his son's name Narayana. So even though he did fall off the path of Krishna consciousness because of him previously endeavoring on the path, he didn't lose that previous endeavor. It was permanent resolve, and at the end of his life he was granted liberation because of that previous service. So in that sense, his endeavor was not lost, where in the endeavor for material things, if it's not carried out 100%.
Yeah, he was not calling the Lord, he was calling his son. But the son happened to have the name of Narayan. Right? So that also was beneficial.
And then my other question was, what is the most dangerous type of fear? And when we had our discussion, it was the bodily conception of life.
Right. And this one is given in the next one. Right? That's good. So what is the most dangerous type of fear? Just to remember, everyone remember this?
The bodily conception, the body.
That I am the body. And who are we? The soul. Spiritual beings having a bodily experience. Right? Radhika Rupa, you have notes for 241?
Yes.
Okay. Now these four shlokas, 239, Krishna stopping here, don't do these things. And then 232 we go to see what was the things that he was doing. He used to be crying, he will go to heaven. And Krishna, he asked the question, why Krishna gives heaven? He gives Goloka. Why is giving heaven? Just to make him a little bit happy. He's acting like a small child, giving some ice cream, so he can behave nicely. Now 240, even if you do such a small thing, like today you sang very nicely, I like that. So, small service you did. Right? Did you enjoy doing this service?
Yeah, I did, of course.
Right, yeah. Now I know you. I'm going to ask you more.
Okay.
Great. So make sure you check your Sundays off.
I'm trying.
Yeah.
Yeah,
How
trust
come today
me.
you are here?
Huh?
How come today you are here?
Because I was able to get off. I don't know if they're going to continue it. I hope they do.
Yeah.
So.
Otherwise, like Arjuna, take a bow and arrow.
Yeah.
Shoot
I
the
told
Not shoot the arrow of the bird, but shoot the arrow of knowledge and something like this. If you help me, whatever. So, but I know work is difficult, but since we only get to meet on Sundays, trying to say everybody, trying to get this time.
Yeah.
This 4 hours is very important hours for all of us. Right? And plus you only, not only you'll hear others also giving such a good contribution on this side. It really energizes us and motivates us. So we all need to get this association together. So Radhika Rupa 241 is the last of the 4 sets.
Okay. Those who are on this path are resolute in purpose, and their aim is one. O beloved child of the The intelligence of those who are irresolute is many branch.
Okay, before you say starts, what is resolute? The word in today's text, Bible text?
Focus. Focus.
Focus, and another word?
Concentrate.
Fully concentrated. Great. So this out. There's also matches there. Resolute, fully concentrated, or focus. Go ahead. So the question.
So my questions were, what does it mean for intelligence to be many branched, and what is the latter? Like, what is the opposite of being many branched? And so, do you want me to say both of the questions first and then the answers?
Whatever.
Okay.
Everyone should understand what you're saying. Otherwise, one by one is easier, but.
Okay, and then the second one is compare and contrast the intelligence of one who is resolute versus irresolute. Okay.
Yeah. That's fine.
And then for the first one, what does it mean for intelligence to be many branched? So when reading it, I thought like, oh, many branched. Like you think a tree has lots of branches, you know, a lot of knowledge, but actually it means the complete opposite. So Srila Prabhupada, he had described in the last sentence that one who lacks a fixed steady mind is easily easily diverted by various activities, or like fruitive activities, by various fruitive activities. I don't think that's the exact thing he said, but so being many branched is more like being disturbed, not being fixed on a specific, not being fixed or resolute as the word, concentrated on something.
And just 1 second. Many branched in today's purport. What was about it? Not to hear from everyone on every sources. Refine this point of listening. And so if you listen to everybody, then you become many branch. Hey, I had this Guruji said this. No, that Guru said this way. This is the other way. So many branch. From here and there. Right? And now the resolute is one branch.
One, yeah. It's that. So to the next question, compare and contrast the intelligence of one who is resolute versus irresolute. And so, actually going back to the first question, like we had talked about, like, or in there, Srila Prabhupada had talked about, like, strong faith. And so, whenever, like Prabhuji was just talking about, whenever you go to a lot of different Vaishnavas and stuff, it creates doubts, and it creates a lot of, like, unnecessary questions and stuff. But by having this strong faith in Krishna, you can become resolute. You can alleviate those doubts. And you can be elevated to the highest perfection of life, as Srila Prabhupada described in the purport. And then compare and contrast resolute versus irresolute. It's resolute in purpose is having that strong, firm faith. And it's by somebody, the intelligence of one who is resolute, they are doing more actions that have more meaning simply than just getting results. And it's achieved through, they understand that this Krishna consciousness is progressive, that it's not just immediately, oh, I'll learn it, I'll do it, I know it. They understand that it's a progressive path, and they water the roots rather than the leaves of the tree. So they support everything, because Srila Prabhupada described in the purport, like, you can individually try to help humanity, individually try to do all these different things, but by satisfying Krishna, you automatically satisfy everything. And so that is somebody who works with resolute purpose, when that resolute purpose is being